I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
All right, I'm here. So let me go ahead and make this point. And this goes back to my last live stream, why I have black social media fatigue. And some of y'all really don't understand it. But I'm going to help y'all understand it. Edwin Burke made this quote in the 1700s. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. And I said something yesterday, and I'm glad George Golden said he saw it too. And just as I was talking, I noticed it. You ever notice that the same individuals in this space who talks about we need to bring back shame, we need to bring back this, that, and the third about the black woman, the black women, right? I want you to notice when every time the topic of child marriages or age of consent comes up, they always the main ones talking about let's lower the age of consent. Have you ever noticed that? We have the reason why we have a society that is weak. The reason why we have a society that is very decrepit because we got immoral men, immoral people who are running game. And let me also not it's not just about the age of consent conversations by these same individuals. It's also the grifting. Our society became weak within the last 10 years. We do not want to handle what needs to be handled. We do not want to handle things the right way. We rather just look for other people to fix our problems, and the people who we lend our ears to have an immoral intent. Haven Bullets. Some of y'all might know the YouTuber Haven Bullets. Shout out to him. And there is a reason why he and I have a problem with the one Tariq Nasheed. You cannot spend the Obama years talking about Black Lives Matter, and at the same time, y'all want to play games like we need to deviate ourselves from other Black people. And then making up things about lineage. What does lineage have to do with a white police officer cracking you upside the head? What does the deviation have to do with policies with policies going against you as a person who is Black? It doesn't matter if the person is Caribbean or African, or if you are of the diaspora. You're still Black in the eyes of the white supremacists. But then y'all opt, instead of listening to the scholars and those who are intellectuals, y'all go to entertainers. And these entertainers just want the grift. And because of the grifting, it's immoral. It's the same way like how like how the Lord went to Jerusalem, turned over the tables, and beat the money exchangers out of the temple. Grifting has made America weak. Grifting has made Black America into a cesspool. And here we are. Now, because of all this grifting for the last 10 years, we have produced ourselves to Trumpism. The fake hope of rebuilding manhood, rebuilding masculinity. The first thing of masculinity is do what Edmund Burke said. No, do what Edmund Burke suggested. If you're going to allow evil, then you're lazy. If you're not going to speak up for it, for what is wrong. See, the problem is I have with most of you is y'all rather follow what and who is popular. No, there is the enemy. The enemy needs to be destroyed. Why have a million debates? If the enemy is the red pill community, Sharon Bracey, Because I know Sharon is listening to what I'm saying, because I know he's up. He's trying to do his little live stream. So if the manosphere and the red pill are the enemy, why you want to promote these people on your panel and on their panels, doing promotion with silly thumbnails, as if this is a rap album? If these people are the enemy, then shouldn't you try to destroy thine enemy? If these people are the enemy, as you claim that they are, they should be destroyed. See, I got a lot of things I want to say, but I'm trying to calmly say it. And I know I'm all over the place because I mentioned Tariq Nasheed and the FBA movement on one end, and then you got the Manosphere point on one end, and so forth. All of these people are evil. We got our rights as Black Americans being eroded, and we allow some people telling us don't vote, don't do this, don't do that. And I like to ask to people like Boyce Watkins, right? I like to ask people like Boyce Watkins, okay, Boyce, if all there is economics and making money, who do taxes? Somebody could tax you 90%. What good is it of not voting when they're going to tax you your money? See, none of y'all asked the right questions. Let me say something too. In Black America, y'all keep picking the wrong leaders. Okay, and it's getting aggravating. And when I said the wrong leaders, I'm not talking about the Jessies and Al Sharptons, because their time is over. Right? I'm talking about y'all gathering yourselves around the grifters and the charlatans and the entertainers. That's been one of my biggest problems with Black society. Notice I said Black society and not Black community. I'd rather use that term society rather than community. Black society is, especially from the online perspective, we want to pick our leaders based upon emotion rather than based upon a more thoughtful, logical perspective, and that's been my main problem. And yeah. So, and let me also say this too about going back to my original point of this live stream. How can any of you talk about, what? Let me say it in a better way. Let me say it in better way, right? Because 18 letter from Saturday really, the point I cannot stand this point of he said that the white man control our image. So his perspective is, well, we only going to speak out only to black people if should they mess up. And what Taylor Scott, shout out to Tate Tate, right? Shout out to Tate Tate. Tate Tate says something, the same thing I said. But you're adding on to it. And 18 letter can't grasp the concept. So if the argument is because all these other groups, you know, he always wants to compare himself to the Jewish community, to the white community, to the Asian community. He always does this, knowing the fact you come from Chicago. A lot of you niggas from Chicago and New York, New Jersey, the Eastern Seaboard, y'all had this idea that, oh, we got, you know, y'all so insulated that y'all never experienced outside of it. Now, Taylor and myself, we don't live in the inner city. Well, I'm speaking for myself on this part. I don't live in the inner city. Taylor live in a majority white area or a Hispanic area, right? So we trying to convey to the whole lot of y'all is that y'all so insulated that you think that the twerking and the everybody, all these women who are twerking are just black women, or all these thugs out here is just black men, because y'all worry about the image. Image is not the problem. Facts should be image. You're more concerned about images rather than concerning yourself about facts. Facts matter. And this is what he don't get. And it seems to me, all right, it seems to me that he bought into, a lot of these people online bought into the Fox News narrative. I remember when Obama was first running, and you know when he announced he was running in 2007 for the 2008 Democratic Party nomination for president. Everybody want to talk about Chicago. What about Chicago? Black on black crime in Chicago. I think a lot of y'all bought into the narrative about Chicago. When anybody with a brain would go to the next state nearby, which is Nebraska, and see that Omaha, Nebraska is more violent than it is in Chicago. The only difference is it's white people doing the looting and the shooting and the deleting and the gangbanging. And guess what? Nebraska has been headed by a white conservative woman. Well, with the exception of this year, since then it's been run by a white conservative Republican woman for at least 25 years. For the past 25 years. But yet I don't hear y'all saying, well, it's the white woman. Now, earlier last week, I interviewed a woman who was running for Congress. And no, I'm not having no beef with this woman. But you don't hear arguments. Because this woman, who's a Caucasian woman, who is twerking, who's running for Congress, I don't see any of you, I don't see nobody saying, well, she came from a single parent household. Where was her father at? You don't hear that. But until the face turns black, then it's these stupid ass white conservative arguments that you Negroes keep repeating and regurgitating to yourself. And that's why y'all run to Papa Trump. Yo's daddy, Trump. You know, I don't want to hear, well, I didn't vote. I don't want to hear, well, I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm independent. I don't want to hear that. Just because you didn't, just because you didn't vote, just because you say you didn't vote, just because you say you didn't vote, does mean you did in a roundabout way supported Trump. Or MAGA, I should say. And many of y'all say this because there was a black woman on the other side of the political ledger. And I said this on Candy Canes. Y'all been doing this for 20 years. Y'all been complaining for 20 years, and you thinking though, well, we going, and it's getting right back to where I was at earlier because I meant to bring this up about who create the images. So you, as a black man, believing that you're here to stop the image, to correct other black people by using the internet, using social media to chin check the black female or chin check the black community, right? When it's the algorithm of YouTube, the algorithm of TikTok that shoves you the images so you can respond to those images. You fell for it too, 18. Anybody else that think like him, y'all fell for it too. Talking about we don't control our image. Well, actually you do. Actually you do, because you took part into the algorithm, and because of the algorithm, you got on these panels regurgitating the talking points by white conservatives. In this idea of we got to sit here and bring back shame. This is what Taylor, and shout out to her. You know, I'm gonna give Taylor all praise. I'm gonna give her praise. All right, I give Taylor praise because she's one of the few women in this space that has some fucking sense. As somebody as young as she is, she got some sense. She's not trying to cuddle to men because she cuss you niggas out. She call you women out too though, by the way, when it's needed. She doesn't try to man me to a Jay Prince or to Sharon. She doesn't do that shit either. She doesn't do the whole excuse making of, so and so reminds me of my son, or so and so reminds me of my brother, like before Christ be doing. Like how before Christ be saying. She always been saying, this person, the reason why I like so and so because this person remind me of my son, rather than talking about the immorality of that person she's defending. Never mind about the morals of it. Now, I may not be the most moral person in the world, but I'm more moral than most of y'all over here. See, I don't need. I'm talking about myself. I don't need to sell nobody ass out. I don't need to sell my principles out because I stand 10 toes down. I don't need to sell my ass so I can get more subs and views. Just listen to Jay Prince on Brown Ellie's channel last night. He willing to sell his ass. And when I said his ass, I'm not talking about in the sexual way. Selling his soul for a like and a view. That's why I have such disdain for a lot of you. Y'all don't stand for shit. Y'all don't stand for nothing. Only thing y'all stand for is, well, I'm gonna say any and do any for a paycheck. And y'all thinking this is easy money. YouTube can turn around and cut this motherfucker off. That's what it could do. And I'm gonna say it like this. You think YouTube is gonna allow you niggas to keep on talking about dating and mating? You think YouTube is gonna allow y'all to talk, have these conversations about the age of consent? How many times YouTube is not gonna allow you Negroes keep constantly talk about women in a way as sexual objects? You think YouTube gonna allow that, especially after this midterm election? No. My advice, which I know y'all are not gonna take, but I'm gonna say anyway, because I'm a veteran and this has happened before. Right, this happened before. Y'all better make some evergreen content. Sharon better make some evergreen content. If any of you Negroes are not making evergreen content, I want you to understand your channel will not last anymore. Anton needs to, if he makes some evergreen content, he won't. His channel will go down in the next 2-3 years. It's coming. See, it's called experience. I've been here. Y'all niggas haven't. Y'all been here since the pandemic. You don't know shit. And the problem is you niggas are loud and wrong. Y'all been loud and wrong, and it's loud. You being loud. Y'all been using loudness to get away with shit for all these 4 or 5 years. Ever since the pandemic. But back to his other point, right? Don't you ever, I'm talking to this one specific person, because myself, I'm gonna use myself, I'm gonna use exposed to manosphere. Because exposed to manosphere myself is against the manosphere, it's against the red pill community. I want you to understand, how is that weak? How's that promoting a weak society? When all you Negroes do is come online and try to harass, bully, stalk, harass women, not just online, but offline. And then y'all get mad when y'all get called out upon it. When y'all get called out. You know why y'all get called out? Because there are some people who got some sense. And there's some people who are watching y'all. And there's some people around here who's not gonna put up with your bullshit. And then you the same people, the same Negroes that come online talking about, well, I represent black men. No, the hell you don't. Because I'm a black man. You don't represent me. You might want to shut the mighty hell up. You're strong. You're trying to be loud. But yet you're wrong. You're strong, but yet you're wrong. And let me also say something too, right? Because I don't believe in grace. I don't. And that's kind of harsh. It is. None of you deserve uh forgiveness. None of you deserve grace. See, one of y'all tried to donate money to me three months ago, or is it what? I'm sorry, about 5 months ago. Y'all would no, well, actually, it's five since this is June now. 5 months ago, since January, right? 5 months ago. 5 months ago, y'all tried to. One of you tried to donate money to me. Negro, I gave you the money back because I hadn't forgot about you. Notice I ain't saying your name. You try to donate money to me, nigga, I gave you the money right back in your fucking face. See, you are also evil too. See, Big J is not here to be bought. Say that for those broke ass niggas online. Yes, I may be broke my damn self, but I'm not here to be bought. Why? Because I got a job. That's the point. I got a job. And you trying to buy me 5 months ago? And all you did is stalk and harass people online? You're part of the fucking problem. I suggest, nigga, you get the fuck out of my face. Because, Negro, nobody was talking to you. I wasn't even mentioning your black ass. But back to the other issue, right? Because I know you might think I'm all over the place, but I'm addressing everybody. Any and everybody's is being addressed. You know, the era of the grift is over with. Okay. No, well, let me walk that back a bit. You walk that back a bit. I believe the era of the grift is over. It's going to be over. And it's going to be over within the next 18 months. How many people have been lied to? We're going to make America great again. Well, is America great? We're going to sit there. I'm talking to the white boys now. Talking to the white boys now. Y'all believe getting rid of DEI and y'all going to get rid of affirmative action. Well, how come white men are not at the top in education? How come white boys are not climbing up higher? They're declining. And I thought y'all thought getting rid of DEI and getting rid of affirmative action was supposed to support you. This is what you Negroes, what you white boys, and yes, you black men, you Negroes, because y'all did this because y'all thinking though, well, we gonna go after DEI because we gotta knock black women over her head and we gotta cut black women's knees off under her and shit. Both of y'all, both groups of men need to understand this. First of all, white women makes up for DEI. Affirmative action benefits white women more than it do black women. So when it comes to white women give birth to who? White boys. They give birth to white sons for the most part. So white women give birth to white children, and these white children, half of them are boys. Where you think her benefits and legacy goes to? Her sons, her daughters. So you get rid of DEI. If you get rid of affirmative action, Well, that would mean she cutting your legs. That means you are cutting your legs off of y'all, not that of the African American woman. That's why y'all are loud and wrong, and y'all need to shut the mighty hell up. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. While y'all on YouTube trying to shame, blame, and explain about the black woman and about feminism. And let me talk about this whole, oh man, we're gonna blame feminism. Y'all watch too much TV. I'm not a feminist, but I do know about it. If you can't tell the differences between the first wave, no, the proto feminists, the first wave, the second wave, the third wave, the fourth wave, the radical feminists, if you can't understand any of those terms, be quiet. If you can't understand the complexities of of feminism or society, or the makeup of society, then be quiet. Y'all the wrong group of people talking about issues. You are. And that's why some of us have to call y'all Delta Novembers. Dumb niggas. You're talking and don't know anything. You're just here to get on the panel and just say anything, and it doesn't have merit. You can't back it up. But here you are. Here your ass is. Now, I want you to notice I'm being calm compared to yesterday. I'm in a more calmer position than I am yesterday. So let this be, for it. But like I said, like what I said on Candy Cane's channel, Friday, no, I'm sorry, Saturday, and what I said on yesterday morning, I back up every goddamn thing I said, and I have no grace for you, for anybody, unless y'all my dearest friends or my dearest supporters. Other than that, I don't got no grace for most of y'all, because y'all's perspective is very, very myopic. You might want to look up the term myopic. Okay, I guess yeah. I'm gonna use some big words now. It's so myopic. You really think life is that? Everything is complex. It's more complex than y'all really think it is. It's not as simple as you want it, as you think it is. And some people, like myself, like MOT, shout out to Man of Tomorrow. I'm not going to sit there and speed you up on the going zone of the world because you rather sit on your ass and be lazy. And then y'all have these weird elementary statements. And here's my thing. You're in your 30s and 40s and 50s, and y'all still having these childish conversations. Well, I need to talk about what the black man and the black woman ain't doing. According to whom? Negro, you Negroes are in the 15 block radius of Chicago, and y'all stuck up in Chicago. Some of you niggas are up in Newark, New Jersey. Y'all never left Baltimore. Y'all live in these 5 block, 10 block radiuses of these inner cities, and y'all never escape from it. Y'all never even venture outside of it. And then y'all use this white man's internet to talk about the image that the white internet company created, the image in these algorithms for you. Well, man, what, Big J, man, at ABC and CBS and Fox, man, CNN, they create the false image of black men. You're right. You're right. But so do you. But so have you. Why? Because you suck into the algorithm of what YouTube and TikTok provided. And this is what Taylor was trying to convey. This is what I was trying to tell you this Saturday night. And y'all still thinking, talking about it. Y'all still thinking that. Y'all still thinking about talking about it. Oh, hold on. SD said false images. Well, let me correct SD real quick because I see him in the chat room ask this question. Well, what is a false image? Let's talk about this false image. Black people are at the bottom. I hear this line for 20 years online. I've been on YouTube for 20 years, and I keep hearing this stupid ass argument. Black people are at the bottom. That's why I always ask, according to whom? Because if I look up actual real stats, black people might not be on the top of the list. We're not at the bottom of the list because every now and then is either Hispanics at one point, or is the Asians at another, or sometimes, and most likely, it's Native Americans. Oh my God. Y'all the same people who said that we never came on slave ships, yet y'all want to put yourselves at the bottom. See, here, see, you know what? I'm gonna leave that part alone. I'm gonna leave that part alone. You know, I don't. Sugar bomb. I don't. I tell niggas what to think and how to think at this point. Because I'm tired of talking to y'all, I'm telling y'all in a polite manner, trying to be polite. No, fuck that. Y'all need to be told. Y'all need to be told what is factual. Because every time I try to tell y'all something, y'all want to overtalk me. Y'all want to put these stupid ass bounties on me. No. I'm gonna raise up my mic and tell y'all what it is. Yeah, I'm a bold guard myself in the shit. Okay. So yes, Sugar Bomb, go ahead and have it. Okay. Because this Arrested Development, it's really a problem. Just like what Rogue C said earlier in the chat room, there's Arrested Development. Yeah, and that's a fact. All I see is hopelessness. And then y'all try to represent me. No, fuck that. No, maybe you need to represent your goddamn self. Represent yourself as an individual. Do that. Because I'm not going to put on that same jacket. You're not going to put your jacket on me. Rose C, let me tell you something too. Just because I said men don't have no standards, does not mean your women off the hook either. Because y'all don't have no standards either. How many of y'all mammy for Jay Prince? How many of y'all mammy for Sharon's bullshit? How many times do y'all sit there and y'all, I'm going here with this shit. Y'all sit there do evil shit among yourselves. The only difference is what y'all do it behind the scenes. That y'all do it on Clubhouse. Y'all don't do it on YouTube. Y'all do it on Clubhouse. Anyway, what's going on, Queen? So nobody got standards. Okay. And you know what? What's fascinating to me? Well, now I wouldn't say fascinating. You know what? I'm gonna keep that to myself. That's. I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna keep that to myself. Well, y'all allow Anger Man to do it to y'all. Y'all let Tommy and Anger Man to do it. Why can't I? Okay, why can't I? Because Anger Man can tell Sharon something. Sharon takes it and bend over and take it. Tommy can sit there and be the most sexist piece of shit in the world, but and we supposed to be against. Oh, I'm sorry, not we. Sharon's supposed to be against the Realm Bros, right? Why have the Master Realm Bro to take over the show? Sugar Bomb, you on Sharon's channel every day. Be quiet. If you're against the Realm Bro, why allow a Realm Bro to take over a show and sacrifice Venus to do it? But y'all mad at me though. Y'all want to put bounties on me. I'm gonna say something about those bounties, right? I hope you know that it can go both ways on the bounties. The thing is though, my bounties, what I might bounty for, uh, you know what? I keep that to myself. Yeah, but you know what should be nice though, Sugar Bomb? You should return my satin and silk. Okay, I got satin sheets that you stole. It would be nice for you to return them. All right, it would be nice for you, Shicey Bomb, to return my silk pillowcases. Okay, you should return those. All right, since you want to talk about about being a nice person, then um you should return my shit. Okay, do that. All right. That's not the point, SD. That's not the point. The point is not bounty me. Is the point is if these people are bad, shouldn't they be the one to get the bounty? That's not. You see, you're missing the point about the bounties over me. The point is, why don't he get bounty? Why won't Anger Man and BGS and Tommy get bounty when they are the most foulest people online or represent the ideology of evil? Right. Okay, good. SD, I'm glad you understand it. I'm glad you understand it. Right. Because it's not about. See, y'all think it's just about me. No, it's about a certain principle that they do not want to live up to, and that's really is that's really the angering That's really what angers me is this whole principle of being against something, but then upholding the people who you oppose. Y'all, hold on. You tired? You tired, Sugar Mom? Well, I'll tell you what. You know what I'm tired of. You know what I find boring, Sugar Mom? You not returning my satin sheets. That's what I'm tired of. I'm bored of you coming by and taking my shit. Okay, that's what bores me. So it is what it is. So let me talk about something else too, though. While I'm here, right? Because Jay Prince says something, and I'm surprised. Jay Prince surprised me this weekend. He really did. He surprised the fuck out of me on Brownie's channel. And what surprised me is that Jay Prince says something that I said, well, goddamn, he's right about this. He was talking about the American dream, right? He's talking about the American dream, and he is absolutely correct. What's going on, Brownie? Let's see you in the chat room. What's going on, Brownie? You know, he's right about this American dream. And you know what? I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. All right, I'm back. So, talking about the American dream, what Jay Prince said, right? This is the one of the few times I had to agree with Jay Prince for a president. Even though most of us men do not like don't we don't like J Prince at all. But here's the thing, right? Um, when it comes about the American dream, he's right because many of us has been chasing after this American dream, right? This whole classic Victorian era, 20th century idea of the post-war idea of the white picket fence and the the two-story house with the wife and all that, right? It's all fallacy. It's all fallacy, and a lot of us young men have been chasing after it. And this is what Keon, shout out to Keon, right? Shout out to Keon. Uh, Keon was trying to talk about he need to get his bag. You know, he's chasing the bag. I understand about chasing that bag when you're in your 20s and 30s. You're trying to chase that bag, and you know, because you want to leave. You're trying to leave the you know, you're trying to chase after this patriarchal idea of manhood where, you know, she don't have to work and you have to. You see, a lot of us try to chase after that. Listen. I said it in the chat room, Brownie. I said it in the chat room because there were two things Jay Prince said. I'm like, yeah, I'm surprised. That why you think I said I was surprised? Because that was not the first time Jay Prince surprised me. He surprised me Thursday. He said something to me. He said something Thursday that surprised the shit out of me. And I'm like, wait, what? When he was talking about the American dream, and I was like, wait a minute. I thought, wait a minute. Am I in the Twilight Zone? Have I followed through a multiverse, a multi-universe, and it's just like, am I talking to the same nigga? No, I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, he has a point. You know, we all trying to chase his bag. That's why I fucked up. We're told to chase after this so-called American dream that does not exist. And some of us became bitter when we are in our late 20s, in our 30s, and in our 40s. We're bitter as fuck. That's why when you listen to these men online, they're actually bitter because they've been trying to chase after something that does not exist, but they don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it does not exist. You know, y'all like y'all, you know, they don't want to admit it does not exist. It's kind of like it's kind of like what somebody told me, or should I say that's been repeated from the Bible. Because Jay Prince, again, Jay Prince surprised me again when he said this, and I'm sitting like, wait a minute, is this who is this man talking? Jay Prince said, happiness is only temporarily. And then Jay Prince started talking about God and everything else. And I'm sitting there like, is this the same person we've been railing against for at least 2 years now? Is this the same person I've been railing against for 2 years now, and he's starting to making sense? I'm saying, man, this is this the is he changing? Is he coming to epiphany? If is Jay Prince is finally turning a page of being more philosophical? Because I'm just like, wait a minute. But he's right about when it comes to the American dream and it comes out by happiness. We're chasing happiness. Happiness is not temporarily. It's not happiness is not permanent. You know what? I might want to talk about that later on. Because he finally went deep. I thought that nigga was a dumbass Delta November nigga. He finally went deep, and I'm sitting there like, wow. I'm actually am surprised. I'm actually am surprised. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that uh because I'm not chasing the bag. I'm chasing after something else. I'm not chasing after no bag. I'm chasing after something else. I really don't care about that. I really don't care if women don't want to fuck with me. I really don't give a fuck. All right, I don't give a fuck about. I don't care about women like that on a romantic level like that. I just want to get things right before I leave this fucking planet. I want to get some things right and make things right. That's really what I'm chasing after. Make it something. Get it right. No, what is a lie? I'm gonna get what what I want to be done, and that's why though I'm building what I'm building on for the next 2 years, or I should say the next four years. Because because I believe that men of men who are noble got to make things right. It cannot allow ourselves to be slipping. Cannot allow society to be slip into a world of darkness. It's kind of like the letters of Paul to the churches in the first generation of Christianity. You gotta make things right. I don't care about all that materialistic shit. As long as I can get the shit right. That's the only damn thing I give a fuck about. When I say noble, I'm not talking about when I say noble rogue. See, I'm not talking about nobility. No, I'm talking about men of certain virtue. And sometimes, in order to get things right, some people gonna have to go. Some people gonna have to get stowed on. I'm like man of tomorrow. Some people just need to be stowed on because they're in the way. You're in the way of progress. You're in the way of a solution. You got to be removed. and I think men of a certain type um um need to be removed. And Dr. T.T. son Johnson, he might want to be careful because you might be the first one. But anyway, uh, just because a queen, well, the majority or minority, is going to. I could think though it's the minority at this point. I don't know. I mean, okay, who I really don't understand can like you please to Queen Sunkist, can you specify in your question though? Unproductive. Okay, let me say it like this, right? Tariq Nasheed is in the way. Tommy Sotomayor is in the way. Boyce Watkins is in the way. If you think I'm just talking about Jay Prince and these lower level niggas, uh, no, talking about these top level so-called activists, and then on down to people like Jay Prince. Yeah, because they make the most noise. Because I'll tell you why, they make the most noise, and they're being wrong. That's why they're in the way. You know, and all they do is regurgitate what the top Negroes say. They're just soldiers to the top niggas in the space, or niggas in society, I should say. Wait a minute. Did I say anything about somebody become a superhero? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But anyway, I said enough. For today, I guess I might do a live stream. Because I am responding to a bitch ass nigga though who he's trying to sneak his ass around me, and he's trying to come for me, and that's why who I am responding to. So uh yeah, and that nigga who I'm responding to, I'm talking about your ass, because you the one who's trying to get up in my fucking way with all those fucking threats and shit. Anyway. If you see Boyce Watkins hanging around with Claude Anderson, and if you see Tariq Nasheed trying to change the definition of what is black in America and people falling for it, yes, they got influence and they are part of the problem. And that goes back to Edmund Burke's quote. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. And in the last 20 years, we allowed the broke ass, punk made, milk toast, bitch ass niggas to get in the way of what is progress. So there's to it. So I'm gonna take my ass. I'm gonna play me some video games and take my mind off of this shit. So well, Queen, let me say this to you, Queen. I would agree with you, but having seen these bitch ass niggas what they did to Mary Brown, that's why I said you gotta knock these niggas over the head before you do anything. Cause I see what them bitch niggas did to Mary Brown. So and I don't even like Amiri. And I hope Amiri would have won. But it took a few bitch ass niggas to get in the way. Just saying. So I'm not cheerleading and backing Amiri. I'm not defending Amiri and what he did. Let's also understand that yes, he shot himself in the foot, but at the same time, let's not mistake ourselves that they was coming after him too. Now he did it to himself by backing Cynthia and expect black men to back him up. No, hell no. So it is what it is. So I'm gonna get off of here. Oh yeah, let me say something because I'm a very vengeful ass nigga. Well, it's not me being vengeful. Is let me just say that God is good, and God is good all the time. Remember back in January, somebody was trying to come for me. Oh, look at you now, baby. Look at you now, baby. You talk all that shit about me in January. Now look what's happening. Look what's going. Look what they see. You call for the hounds of war. These hounds are eating your ass up. These hounds that you called out for me are eating your ass up. All I gotta do is do what? Not say a fucking word. And these hound dogs you turn loose return right back to his owner to eat it. To eat his own owner. And I told you a long time ago, keep your fucking mouth off of me. Because you did a lot of evil shit behind the scenes. And I'm glad, like I said, God is good. I didn't know until I saw it last night. God is good all the time. Anyway, let me get out of here. Get out of here. No. I ain't saying no names because this person's name should not be other at all. She called it out. She called out the hounds. The hounds came there and got her ass. Anyway, let me get out of here. You want to talk all that bullshit. You talk all that bullshit, and now it came right back. It returned it right back to you. Return to sender. That's what happened. You mailed a letter to the wrong address, and the motherfucker said return to the sender. Well, I'll be damned. Anyway, let me get out of here. I said enough. Oh yeah, I will. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me. Trust me. I'll text you. I will text you, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on. Cause I just saw this a couple hours ago, Queen. I just saw this a couple hours ago. I didn't know they did that. But I'll text you. I'm like, well, I'll be damned. I didn't know. So, but anyway, you know what? Let me say something too, though, right? Because I was talking about this the other night. I was going to go, but let me say this right now. You know, it's very frustrating. Well, I don't care anymore, right? I really don't care anymore because I understand now. I understand it now because I use it. I used to find it troubling, but I understand it now. There are about 25 candidates that I, I tried to interview on this channel. Okay. Now, most of the interviews, well, pretty much everybody is either white or most political candidates I interview are white, with a few black men on there, right? You know, there are black men I interviewed as well, right? Because that's who I really was trying to interview. And something came to me it Friday. You know, Friday, Thursday. I think it was Thursday. And I said, I get it now. I understand it now. I understand why black female candidates don't do interviews on YouTube. I get it now. Then did you know because I was listening to AT2 channel, and you know and when I was watching him doing his live stream, and I'm listening to other people's live streams who's into the political thing. I see it, and I said, "Well, I'll be damned." Because of the gender war that you niggas, man, tomorrow, we talked about it last night. Man Tomorrow and I talked about it last night. We talked about it last night on Man Tomorrow's channel. We talked about it last night. I'm going to say it again. They don't want to get caught up into the bullshit because they already know how bad and toxic black social media is. Because of the uh hold on, what was Queen trying to say? Because of the toxicity that black women are blamed for every goddamn thing in the world, I noticed black female candidates do not go on to be interviewed. Because I try to get Jasmine Crockett, Queen Sunkist tried to get Jasmine Crockett. I try to get that Emmett Till's niece. I try to get Cynthia Dixon from Florida. I try to get well, that woman who I was who I had I was thirsting after from Houston. Um, I keep showing her face on the damn. Anyway, I try to contact all these black female candidates. Not one. Then I see other people trying to do it, but because it's so toxic by you dumb niggas, you red pill ass niggas, you niggas are bad for fucking business. I used to be upset about that shit, but now I'm not because I understand it. I understand why they can't or won't be returning emails and shit. I'm not mad. I understand because they don't want these grimy niggas who wants to troll and be disrespectful. And that's why I said, like, I agree with Man Tomorrow. You niggas need to be stowed on. And I'm being for real on that shit. Well, I don't know about Man Tomorrow, but I'm being real right now. Y'all need to be stowed on because y'all bad for fucking business. Because y'all got no fucking morals. Because y'all too lazy to do shit for yourselves. You want to blame your life failures on women in general. That's really the problem is. But yeah, I got that off my chest. Me and Man Tomorrow. I mentioned that on Man Tomorrow's channel last night. So was it last night or yeah, it was last night. Yeah, we mentioned it last night. So yeah. So let me get out of here. I said enough. I ain't mad no more. I was kind of like I was frustrated, but hey, I shrugged my shoulders. Like, listen, I understand. So let me get out of here, and I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Oh yeah, let me take this down. I'm done with this. I'm done with this right now. Hold on, delete that. Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm done with that. So let me get out of here.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.